We have seen how port 0 acts as an input port, and now we'll see how port 0 can act as an output port. To make sure that the port is acting as an output port, near the port 0 should appear. 0 should appear, and how that 0 will appear, that we will see now. So through the internal bus, as we want to make the port 0 as an output port, we need to provide 0. Okay, and to get the same input as an output, we'll be enabling the clock through this clock signal. That is nothing but by using write to latch, we'll be enabling the clock. So whatever the input 0 that we have given, the same will appear here. Okay, and when Q is 0, then Q bar is going to be 1. So that will be given as an input to mux. As control signal value is 0, there will not be any information related to address and data. That means this pin will not have any information. So mux will consider this information and it produce the same information as an output. So now the lower transistor, it has 1 as its input. And now move on to the AND gate. What will happen? As one of the input to AND gate is 0, it is going to produce 0 as an output. So now this transistor is having 0 as an input and the lower transistor is having 1 as an output. So now what will happen? When it is 0, there will not be any connection between this link and the transistor. Okay, that means transistor will be in off mode. And when 1 is there, now the transistor turns on. Now the transistor will turn on. See how is it going to turn on? So when it turns on, this is how the circuit looks like. Just give me a second, I'll show you clearly. Whenever transistor receives 1, I hope you can see this red line. So whenever it receives 1, now transistor will turn on. That means the connection will be like this. From here, it will be like this. It will be turning on. 1 will be connected to this particular line. So now what is happening? 1 is appearing here and it is being connected to the ground. It is being connected to the ground. When transistor is being connected to the ground, what will be the output at the transistor? The output at the transistor is going to be 0 because the transistor is being connected to the ground. So we have provided 0 and the same 0 is now appearing at port 0. So when port 0 receives 0, it understands that processor is sending some information. I have to pass on that information to the external world. So that is how port 0 will be acting as an output port. Guys, are you clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.